Okay, another example sa standard vapor compression cycle. Okay, so ito yung problem natin. A standard vapor compression cycle develops 50 kilowatts of refrigeration. So basically, itong 50 kilowatts na to, that will be the RE natin or the refrigerating effect. Na yung gagamitin nating refrigerant is R22. Then it operates with a condensing temperature of 35, then evaporating temperature of -10. So gawan lang muna natin ng TS diagram. Okay. So every solution dapat meron tayong TS diagram. So point 1, point 2, point 3, and point 4. And we know dito sa point 1 to 2, dito yung ating compressor work. Then in point 2 to 3, dito yung ating condenser. Wherein dito nangyayari yung ating heat rejected. Then we have QA. So dito yung ating evaporator. Then from point 3 to point 4, which is yung ating enthalpy is constant. So dito yung ating expansion valve. So dito sa problem natin, yung evaporating temperature is -10 degrees Celsius. Then yung condensing temperature natin is 35 degrees Celsius. So pinapahana for letter A, okay, the refrigerating effect in kilojoules per kilogram. Kung mapapansin natin, given yung 50 kilowatts, so yung gagawin natin dito is, para makuha natin yung unit na kilojoule per kilogram for refrigerating effect, okay, gagamitin natin yung formula natin in terms na meron tayong mass of refrigerant na QA equals mass of refrigerant, then multiply by, again, QA or the ating refrigerating effect is H1 minus H4. Then, for letter B, yung B naman natin is circulation rate, meaning that will be the mass of refrigerant in kilograms per second. Letter C naman is the power required by the compressor. So, yun yung ating work of compressor. Okay, take note lang kapag walang unit na sinabi dito sa problem natin, pero ayan, nandito naman yung kilowatts. Kapag kinuha natin yung mass of refrigerant, dapat yung power natin is in terms of kilowatts. Okay, for letter D, coefficient of performance, COP. Letter D, the volume flow rate. Okay, at the compressor suction, meaning dito sa point 1. Okay, dito yung ating basis for the volume flow rate. Okay, at point 1. And for letter F, power per kilowatt refrigeration, power ng kilowatt, okay, work of compressor over RE. So kung mapapansin nyo, yung definition ng COP is the refrigerating effect over the work of compressor. So ang letter F natin is the reciprocal of the COP. Then for letter G is the compressor discharge. Ibig sabihin, ito yung ating compressor. Yung compressor discharge is yung point 2. So, yung compressor or temperature 2 yung kukunin natin at the superheated region. At point 2 na temperature. Okay? So, let's start. Kunin natin lahat ng mga enthalpies at every points. So, naka-prepare na dito yung ating table. na gagamiting refrigerant. Again, careful kayo sa paggamit ng table. Titignan nyo lagi kung anong refrigerant yan. Also, yung ating superheated refrigerant, refrigerant 22. Okay, kunin lang muna natin at point 1 and point 2. Okay. At point 1, at temperature of, again, yung temperature natin at point 1 is -10. So, dito sa point 1 to point 2, alam natin, it is isentropic process, meaning we have S1 equals to S2. Nakukunin natin dahil ito ay standard vapor compression. Yung point 1 natin is nasa saturated vapor line. So, yung entropy natin at point 1 is kukunin natin sa SG. Okay, dahil kukunin din natin yung volume flow rate, kunin din natin yung specific volume at point 1 sa VG din. So, itong dalawa, kukunin natin in 10 degrees Celsius. Okay. At 10 degrees Celsius, ito yon. Okay, bigyan ko lang ng Hg. Yung Hg natin is 401.555, which is yung ating H1. H1 equals Hg is 401.555 kilojoule per kilogram. Then, yung S1 natin na equal sa S2 na equivalent to SG. Okay, ano yun? SG is 1.76713. 1.76713 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. Then, yung ating V1 or VG is specific volume. Take note yung unit, it's liter per kilogram. 65.3399. 65.3399 liters per kilogram. Kung gusto natin to in terms of cubic meter, divide lang natin ng 1,000. Okay. So next, at point 2, or point 3 muna. At point 2 pala, kailangan natin yung condensing pressure natin. Okay. At given temperature of 35, okay, pwede natin makuha yung corresponding pressure at 35 degrees Celsius. So, ang temperature natin is 1354. 1354 kilopascal. Tapos, at point 2, gagamitin din natin yung ating entropy na equal sa S1 equals sa S2 na 1.76713 kilojoule per kilogram. Okay, pwede na natin to unang kunin. Okay. So, gagamit tayo again ng chart kasi nasa superheated region yung ating point 2. So, using these two given, we'll proceed tayo sa chart. So, again po ha, ito yung ating corresponding pressure. Yung ating given na pressure is 1354. So, ito yung ating 1, 2, 1, 4, 1, 6, and 1, 8. Then, dito sa baba, ito yung mga enthalpies. Tapos, ito yung ating specific volume. Pwede natin dito i-verify yung nakuha nating enthalpy at point 1. Diba yung nakuha nating or yung temperature sa ating evaporator is -10. Kung mapapansin nyo dito, kung ima-mark natin to, then gawa tayo ng vertical line pababa, makukuha natin yung corresponding enthalpy. Yung nakuha natin kanina sa point 1 is ito, ano, malapit lang siya dun sa 400. It's basically 402 yan, or 401.56. But para maging accurate yung answer natin, gagamit na lang tayo ng table. Okay, available naman yung table natin um, for the properties of liquid and saturated vapor. So, table na lang yung gagamitin natin para accurate kahit na papaano yung ating magiging answer. But then again, pwede nyo makuha yung value ng 0.1 sa ating chart also. Kasi ito yung ating saturated vapor line. Okay, paglabas niya, that will be the superheated region na. Okay, then kunin lang natin muna yung 35 degrees Celsius. So, ito yung ating 20. So, ito yung ating 30. Then, gitna ng 30, 35. So, ito yung ating 35. Then, titignan lang natin. So, kung gagawa tayo ng line papuntang left, dapat, okay. So, wait lang. Para mas straight yung line. Okay, yan. Hindi siya gitna nung, ito yung ating 1, 2, and 1, 4. So, basically, ito yung ating 1, 3. And yung corresponding pressure natin is 1, 3, 5, 4. So, assume natin nasa bandang taas. So, yung kailangan naman natin dito is, next step is gawa ka ng line papunta naman sa left. I mean right. Okay. Papuntang right. Yan. That will be the pressure of 1354. Tapos, i-intersect natin doon sa given natin na enthalpy, entropy. Yung entropy natin is 1.76. So, yung gawin na lang natin dito is i-round off natin to into 2 decimal places. So, 1.77. So, yung 1.77 is gitna ng 1.76 and 1.78. So, dito yung ating point of intersection. Then, yung gagawin natin, gawa ka ng line yan pataas para mas madali natin kunin yung enthalpy. Kasi yung value natin dito sa baba at dito sa taas, mga enthalpies yan. Okay. So, kung makikita natin dito, nasa gitna ng 430 and 440. So, ito ay 435. Pero, nasa banda pang, hindi, lagpas ng half dito sa dalawa. So, pwede natin sabihin na 435 point, let's say 35.3. Okay, kilojoule per kilogram. So, paki-verify na lang doon sa mga pina-photocopy kong table and chart para makita nyo din yung value ng 435. Also, dahil, di ba pinapahanap kanina yung sa letter G, okay, pinapahanap dito yung temperature at point 2. Actually, pwede nyo nang kunin dito agad yung temperature. So, gagawin lang natin, dahil alam natin, itong mga curved lines na to, representing the temperature. So, kung i-extend natin ito, pababa, curve yan ha, pababa. Okay. So, kung titingnan natin, ito yung ating 50 degrees Celsius. So, nasa lagpas ng 55. So, kasi 50 and 60. So, 55 yan. So, pwede natin sabihin na yung temperature at point 2 is around 57 or 58. Pero, mas malapit sa 57. So, the answer at point 2, yung temperature ng ating discharge sa compressor is 57 degrees Celsius. So, nasagot na natin yung isang unknown o yung pinapahanap. Then, kompleto na yung given at point 2 pa pala yun. Okay. Pasensya na kung palipat-lipat kasi maliit lang yung ating space. So, yung H2 natin is 435.3 kilojoule per kilogram. Okay, so meron na tayong 0.1, 0.2. At 0.3, again, kukunin natin yung H3 at temperature ng condenser which is 35 degrees Celsius. But then again, sa 0.3 and 0.4, okay, meron tayong enthalpy na equal, nakukunin naman natin sa saturated liquid line. So, ito ay HF. So, yung HF natin, punta tayo sa 35. So, ito yung 35 natin. Kukunin natin yung enthalpy, HF. So, 243. Okay, so 243.114. 243.114 kilojoule per kilogram na equal sa H4. So, lahat ng data meron na tayo. Pwede na natin start kunin yung mga pinapahanap ng problem. But sa point 2, meron na tayo which is 57 degrees Celsius. So, let's start. Okay. Add tayo ng page. Okay, for letter A. Okay, for letter A, yung pinapahanap dito is the refrigerating effect. Wait lang. Ito na pala yun. Okay. RE is equivalent to, again, ito ay nasa part, okay, dito sa ating evaporator. So, it is H1 minus H4. So, H1 minus H4, kunin lang muna natin yung value. We have 401.555 minus 243.114. 243.114. Ito ay kilojoule per kilogram. So, what is RE? Wala pala akong cal. Okay, wait lang. 401.555 minus 243.114. The answer is 158. 100. It's 158.441 kilojoule per kilogram. Okay, so ito yung answer natin kasi in terms of kilojoule per kilogram. For letter B, yung mass of refrigerant, gagamitin din natin yan. So, we have QA equals mass of refrigerant times the H1 minus H4, which is basically ito yung ating RE. So, para makuha natin to, divide lang natin both sides by H1 minus H4. So, cancel out ito. So, yung mass of refrigerant natin, again, yung QA natin na to, ito yung nade-develop kanina na 50 kilowatts of refrigeration. So, 50 kilowatts or 50 kilojoule per seconds over, ito na lang yung kukunin natin. Substitute, 158.441 kilojoule per kilogram. By unit analysis, kung kukunin ko yung reciprocal nito at i-multiply dyan, di ba ganito yung magiging unit analysis natin. Then, cancel out yung kilojoule. That will become kilogram per second. So, mass of refrigerant equals, so the answer divide 158 point, sorry, 50 lang pala. 50 over 158.441. So, yung ating mass of refrigerant o yung circulation is 0.316 kilogram per seconds. Okay, for letter C, letter C, okay, work ng compressor in kilowatts. So, work of compressor equals mass of refrigerant times, again, at point 1 at point 2, so H1 minus H2, substitute 0.316 kilogram per seconds times, again, yung H1 is 401 point, sorry, it's H2 minus H1 pala. Okay, kasi magiging negative yung answer natin and wala tayong negative na work dito na compressor. So, H2 minus H1. So, yung H2 natin na nakuha kanina sa chart is 435.3 minus 401.555. So, ito ay kilojoule per kilogram. Again, cancel yung kilogram. Kilojoule per seconds is kilowatts. So, input lang natin sa calcu. para makuha natin yung work ng compressor. So, 435.3 minus 401.555 multiplied by 0.316. The answer is 10.663. 10.663 kilowatts. Okay, next. Dahil siya naman siguro dito. Letter D. Sige, sa next page na lang. Letter D. Ang hinahanap natin doon ay COP. COP is the refrigerating effect over work of compressor. Di ba kanina nakuha natin yung RE natin na kilojoule per kilogram? Pero meron tayong nade-develop also na 50 kilowatts. So again, dapat lang consistent yung unit. Kung gusto nyo gamitin yung RE na kilojoule per kilogram, make sure na yung work of compressor mo is in terms of kilojoule per kilogram. Pero dahil meron na tayong in terms of kilowatts, so gagamitin na lang natin is the 50 kilowatts. Okay, yung 50 kilowatts. So 50 kilowatts over yung work of compressor kanina, which is 10.663. It's 10.663 kilowatts. So, sorry. COP na to. Wait lang. Kaya niya mag... Okay. So, COP na to. So, COP... so, 50 over 10.663. Again, 2 decimal lang kapag sa COP. The answer is 4.69. 4.69 yung ating coefficient of performance. For letter E, ang letter E natin is, ano yung letter E? The volume flow rate. Okay, the volume flow rate equals the mass of refrigerant times the specific volume at point 1. We have 0.316 kilogram per seconds. Anong gustong unit dun sa problem natin? Okay. Wala siyang sinabing unit, pero pwede natin dalawa. Pero pwedeng liters per seconds or cubic meter per seconds. So, solve muna natin siya in terms of liters. Okay, yung V1 natin kanina is, saan yun? Saan yung V1 natin? Ito. 65.3399. 65.3399. Ito ay liters per kilogram. So, cancel. 0.316 times 65.3399. Okay, 20.647. 20.647 liters per seconds. Or, kung gusto nyong gawin tong in cubic meter per seconds, so, we know na, okay, yung 20.647, ito liter per seconds. Okay, in 1 cubic meter, we have 1,000 liters. So, it's simply 0.0206 yan. Okay, cubic meter per seconds. Again, kailangan natin dito is 3 significant figure. Okay, kapag nag-start ng 0.0. Okay, ito yung answer natin o ito. And there's otherwise stated nung problem. Yung magiging unit mo. Okay. So, either of the two. Letter F, it's the power, I believe yung power, yung reciprocal. Okay. It is the reciprocal of COP. It's 1 over 4.69. 1 over 4.69. The answer is 0.213. 0.213. So, kilowatts per kilowatts. Kasi tinatanong ng problem is power. Sabi niya kasi power per kilowatt of refrigeration. So, lagyan natin ang unit na kilowatts per kilowatts. Okay, FG. So, yung G natin kanina tapos na. Again, it is the compressor discharge. Ibig sabihin at point 2. Superheated to. Mapapansin nyo, hindi kasi equal yan ha. Yung temperature mo dito at point 2 to point 3, hindi sila equal. Okay. Okay. So, meron pa ba? At 35 degrees Celsius to, dito at superheated, to ay 57 degrees Celsius. Tapos dito it's negative 10. So, ito po yung isang example natin. Paki-rewrite na lang po sa ating portfolio. Then, yung next topic natin is all about the subcooling and superheating, followed by the multi-stage or multi-pressure simple vapor compression cycle. So, again, kapag mag-exam, provided nyo yung mga tables, but yung chart nasa ating exam na agad yan at ipa-plot nyo. Kung paano ko pinlat dito yung point 2, okay, which is yung H2, ganun nyo din ipa-plot sa ating quizzes and also yung mga midterm and final exam natin. And request ko lang para makita ko yung graphing nyo dito is gumamit kayo ng red ball pen para visible agad yung intersection at yung mga values. So, paki-rewrite na lang, and if you have questions, pag nag-meet tayo face to face. Okay, thank you.